Part four of Cierra went to prison. Oh, the story is so good, y'all.
Here's part 12 of Surviving Prison. So, like I was telling y'all in the last part, the girl wanted to fight me by the 2 onions and the butter because she went to lock for 60 days and I thought she left the compound. And I just straight up told her that you wasn't getting nothing out my locker. I will go to the store and get what you want, but I'm not giving you nothing out my locker. And that's just what it was. She talked her shit and kept going on and on for the whole day. We didn't end up doing anything. The next day, I hadn't seen her or whatever. She ended up going back to work in the kitchen. Mind you, I'm out of the kitchen right now, so I'm in the dorm all day. She waited until I got in the shower. Child, I'm in the shower, butt booty naked, washing myself. You get in the shower with shower slides. So she waits till I'm in the shower. This lady come in the shower. Mind y'all, she was a little stud. But that didn't matter. But anyway, she waits till I get in the shower, child. And she coming in like, yo, what's up? Like, put her sit up, what's up? So I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm finna have to fight naked. When I tell you this lady hit me in my shit so hard. Oh, I'm fire hot now. Because we in there tussling. Like, I'm slipping and slide. She got on her sneakers in there. Cause mind you, she prepared. Like, she came to fight. I'm in the shower. I got my head down when she first came in there. And I'm washing my face or whatever. So my face is down. And she came in there and was just like, what's up? So we slipping and sliding because I got on slides, on shower slides. Oh my God. When I tell you the bitch got the best of me. She got the best of me. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. She got the best of me. So now you got people coming in the shower, breaking it up. Like, y'all stop. The people coming, police coming. Oh no, I'm mad as fuck now because first of all, you caught me while I was sleeping. Like, you caught me while my head was down. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have just, shot that shit fair. Like, when I got out the shower, or we could have went in the shower when I was done. I could have put on my sneakers so I can keep my balance so I can fight you right. So, end up getting broke up or whatever. And, we got the shower or whatever. Like, everything was cool. We went back to our bunks because the police had done came in there. It was count time. Baby, after count, oh, it was on. It was on. I ain't give a no fucks. The whole time while I'm waiting to count finish, I'm sitting on my bed like I'm shaking, like my nerves so bad I'm shaking. I'm mad as fuck. My adrenaline pumping. Like, I got that motherfucking lock. I put it in the sock. I was turning around because I was ready. I was so mad. I was ready. Soon as I heard count clear, I got up. I had my sneakers on, laced up. I went and knocked on her bone. Hey, what's up? Come on. Meet me back in the shower. She like, I ain't meet you back in the shower. Meet me back in the shower. We gonna fight right here and right now. Meet me back in the shower. So she like, oh, okay, pussy asshole. You want another round? Like, bitch, you ain't just beat me up now. Nah, let's be clear. You didn't just beat me up. But okay, so we goes back in the shower. I beat the dog shit out of her ass. When I tell you, snot nose, bitch, blood coming out her motherfucking eye vessel. I was beating the shit out of her with that motherfucking law. Hold on, don't ever try me like that. About 2 onions and a butter. So it was so bad, we definitely went to lock. Like, people came in there trying to break it up again, but by then, officers came and they took us to lock. Now, I was embarrassed because when they came to take us to lock, the man that I used to talk to, the lieutenant now, he comes down there, he asking like, what's going on, why y'all was fighting or whatever. People telling them that we fighting about an onion and some butter out the kitchen. Oh my God, how embarrassing. So he want to look all disappointed and like, I'm so disappointed in you, Cierra. Like, y'all fighting over butter and onions. It definitely wasn't about no butter and onions. First of all, she ran up on me first. And second of all, it was about my respect. You think that she finna run up on me, get the best of me, and I don't fight back? Are you serious? Yeah, okay. So now we go to lock. When we first go to lock, when you first go to lock, you don't even know how long you're finna be in there. You got to go to sentencing hearing. So I was in there for like 3 days. Then I went to sentencing hearing or whatever. People, they must be was asking what happened or whatever, because when I went to see the officer for the hearing, they basically had done told the officer, well, the officer told me that they heard that the girl had ran up on me first or whatever, and I was basically protecting myself. But being that I didn't call our officer and wave my hand like I was really gonna do that. I still had to do some time. So they only gave me 30 days. She had got another 60 days. I think she ended up getting shipped from the compound because I never seen her after that when we got out of lock. Well, when I got out of lock. So during these 30 days, I'm just like, oh, not again, y'all. When I tell y'all, lock is so depressing because, again, you don't come out the dorm. Like, you don't come out of that cell. You in the cell by yourself for 23 hours a day, locked down. You come out one time a day for 1 hour. You get to see, people that walk the compound, but you can't say shit, and they better not say nothing to you because they getting in trouble then. And then you can get some extra days in there, so all you can do is look like a caged animal. So, of course, like I said, we only use the phone in there one time a week. If I'm calling anybody, I'm calling either my cousin or I'm calling my mama. Now, the sugar daddy, they had to end up telling me, the people, like some of the officers will come down and be like, hey, you need to call such and such because they're calling up here worried about you. Why is this man calling up the prison? Because he haven't heard from me. He haven't heard from me on the tablet, nor have I called him on the phone. So he calling the prison, basically asking them, hey, what's going on with Cierra? Is she okay? I haven't heard from her. This man really thought I belonged to him or something, because I'm just like, why would you even be calling like these prisons or these people asking about me? Like, they literally telling me your boyfriend calling. They say his name, but then they say, oh, your boyfriend want to know, like, were you okay? So just give him a call and let him know that you're in confinement. We told him you're in confinement. He's freaking out. He want to know what happened, what you did. So please give him a call. Ain't no need for you to be calling and worry about me, sir. Just still send the funds. During the time though, while I was in law, he did not send no money or whatever to the girl, and I'm glad he didn't, because of course, you remember he was sending it to another person's account. So being that I did trust her while I was out, but being that I was locked up in confinement and I wasn't on the compound, I didn't trust that shit. So I was happy that he really did not send the money to her account. That was smart of him. So the whole time I'm in confinement, I just started reading more books. I started making me a little calendar, marking down the days. I just was like, praying, getting a little more closer to God, just trying to get my shit together, really, because I'm just like, you know what? You keep fucking up. Like, you already in prison. Get your shit together, Cierra. Like, just get it together. So when I did get out, I was still on the way. Mind y'all, I had been signed up for CDL class. They have all kinds of trades in prison. So I had been signed up for the CDL class and I was on a waiting list. I got out of confinement, and probably like a week later I was on a call out list for CDL. Nobody but God. So the CDL program was about, I want to say, like 8 months. I was only in the CDL program for probably like 3 months. No, I was in there for about 4 months because I was close, like, finishing. So I was in there for about 4 months and I really liked it. And I was like, oh, that's something I think about, really doing or using when I get home. I'm in the dorm with another girl named Cierra, and we was cool or whatever. We hung out a lot. But this particular Cierra, she did drugs. I don't do drugs. Never did drugs in no prison. Now, that's where I draw the line at. I don't do no drugs. Oh my God. So they was doing like this little drug call out. Well, apparently, see, the other Sierra done made the white girl mad, and she went and tried to rat her out. And without them checking first, they done called me down there thinking she's talking about me and trying to drug test me. Now, mind y'all, they drug test me. And the shit come back positive. I'm like, I know you motherfucking lying because I don't do no drugs. I'm going off. Like, going off. So being that I come back positive, here you go. I gotta go back to lock until they figure out what's going on, get me another test or whatever. So I'm in lock another 10 days before I get let out because they made a mistake. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, part 13 of Surviving Prison. So I left off telling y'all where I went to lock because I tested positive. I don't even remember what they tested me for, to be honest, but I tested positive and the test was wrong. I requested another test because I'm like, I don't do drugs. Like, y'all got the wrong person, for one, and for two, I don't do drugs, so y'all need to get another test. Well, they ordered another test, but I had to go to lock and sit in lock and wait until the test come and for them to test me. So I sat in there 10 days. The 10th day, that's when they came and retested me. And like I told y'all before, I feel like they used to love to fuck with me. So that's why they made me sit there that long, because ain't no way that the test take that long. Stop playing with me. But it was cool. I didn't get out of character. I ain't act up, even though I was very, very pissed. Like, I was so mad because it's like, I know you, when you know you ain't did nothing, and then somebody fucking with you and then put you in lock, you like, what the fuck? That's like you going to jail for nothing. Child, they came back with another test. They kind of found out that the test was in fact defective. So they ain't even apologize or nothing. They were just like, oh, okay, Miss Washington, you're finna get ready to get out today. So I'm like, I know that because I knew I wasn't doing drugs. So anyways, on the 10th day, they let me out. I could not go back to CDL class. I was so mad because I waited so long to even get accepted in the class, in the program. And even though it wasn't my fault, even though, you know, I didn't do drugs, the class was full and they was just basically saying like I had to wait again. I didn't even sign up again because it was just like I didn't have enough time to even finish the program. Like at this point, I probably had like, I want to say like 22 months left. So at 20 months, you can sign for work release. So within 2 months, I ended up signing up for financial literacy and small business class, which I end up loving small business class. They really helped me write a business plan. And when I came home, I started my business. It's called A Taste of Seafood. So it's a catering business, but they helped me like come up with a business plan, and it was just. So they do have a lot of classes that you can take, a lot of trades. I will say if you do not have a GED or a high school diploma, you can't participate in any of those classes. You have to go to school. It's mandatory that you go to school because they're going to make you get your GED. So just letting you know. So while I was still in the business class, I was back in the regular dorm. They did not put me back in the kitchen. Thank God. I was so excited about that because I just knew they was going to put me back in the kitchen when I got out of law, but they didn't. But I did go back to Alpha Dorm, which I was so mad because I actually signed up for the faith base again. Now the lady laughing because she like, Miss Washington, you hated the program when you were in here. Why do you want to come back? And I'm just like, I had a change of heart. I really didn't want to leave when I got put out. I wanted to stay. And you know, I had done got heavy in my word. I had done just got closer back to God. So I was just like, want to be like in that program, in that dorm. I didn't want to be around all the drugs, the sex, the cigarettes. I had already been in enough shit. Like, it was like time for me to get my shit together because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to come back. I don't want to come out of prison the same person that I came in. So I did sign up to go, but I never was accepted to go back into a faith base, which I was so mad about that too. So I'm in Alpha Dorm. You know, I'm still, you know, I know everybody because I done been in this dorm before, both Alpha Dorms. I done been in there before, so I know everybody. Child, let me tell y'all about, and I don't mean to offend nobody when I say this, but this big old school dyke called herself liking me. What? Like, you do not like me, ma'am, or sir, or whoever. I was back in the dorm for a week. Child, this lady done came over to my bed, done put some snacks on my bed, and a little note saying basically Valentine's Day coming up, would I be her Valentine's? Man, listen, I can't make this shit up, y'all. I'm so serious. So, I could not figure out who put that on my bed. I'm asking everybody, y'all see who put this on my bed? Because, like, I don't play that shit. I'm not gay. Nothing against nobody who's gay. That's y'all preference. Cool. But don't come over here with that shit. And everybody kind of knew that. Like, I would, you know, sometimes, you know, look out for some people if they want to go do, they do, or whatever in the shower, whatever they want to do. If I was cool with you, yeah, I make sure that you don't get caught by the officer. But for you to have the audacity to come to my bed and put that shit on my bed and think that I'm finna fuck with you, like, stop playing because you finna go to lock at this point. And I ain't no police ass girl, but I'm about to put the police on you. Don't play with me. So I ended up figuring out who did it. Somebody told me like, oh, granddaddy. And they call her granddaddy. That's the thing. So it was like, oh, granddaddy put it on your bed. I'm just like, granddaddy? Now, she's new in this dorm. She's been on the compound for a while, but she's new in this dorm. Granddaddy, let me take your stuff back because I don't play that. So I politely got a little bag or whatever, a little small, little clear trash bag put out. I mean, it was all kinds of shit on there. Skittles, honey buns, powdered donuts, chips, noodles, summer sausage. It was so much stuff on there. Like a good order, like probably about $30 worth of shit. So I was like, hey, they say they call you granddaddy, and she was like, hey, baby, what's up? I was like, I'm just letting you know I don't go that way, and I just didn't want to accept this. I'm sorry, I couldn't accept this. And so she was like, oh, okay, why you can't accept? And I'm saying, I don't like females. Oh, baby, and her voice got the, oh, baby, I ain't no female. I'm a straight man up in here. No, baby, this is a women's prison. You are a woman, and your name is Vivian something. But yeah, it's like, ma'am, you're not a granddaddy, you're a woman, and I don't want to accept this. She didn't get upset. Like, she did feel some type of way, but she wasn't like mad where she was just like, oh, fuck you then. You know how niggas is on the streets right now. You know, you don't want to talk to them. They be like, oh, fuck you then, you know, pussy asshole, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. But she still like, but when it came to Valentine's Day, she still got me a Valentine's Day card. They used to make baskets. Like, they're so creative in there. When I tell you, it's so much talent in prison. They very creative. Outfits, baskets. They was getting their girlfriends all kinds of stuff made. And might I add, the girly girls was taking care of the studs in there, and I just could not believe it. I thought the studs was the men, so I'm thinking that the men do the most, you know, like they take care of their woman. Child, the girls was in there taking care of them studs. They ain't play about they stud, you hear me? So anyways, I'm out of luck, and I ended up calling the sugar daddy, letting him know, hey, I'm out of luck. Oh my God, that man went crazy. What happened to you, baby? Like, I was so worried. I'm just like, you know, they drug test me. It came back positive, but they had the wrong person, and their test was defective, so they let me out. He was just like, oh, I'm getting ready to call Tallahassee, because, mind y'all, I didn't even tell my mama, like, at this point, because I know my mama's sick of me. So I didn't even tell her that, hey, I'm in lock. She just ain't hear from me in them 10 days. I did write her on my JPay on the tablet, and just made it seem like everything was just everything. You know what I'm saying? I was taking a break from the phone. But that sugar daddy went crazy. Mind y'all, he ended up putting in an application to come see me anyways after I told him that my visitation was blocked. So when I talked to him and told him I was out of luck or whatever, he said he was worried. He told me, hey, my application got approved. I want to come see you. So I'm like, your application got approved, because I'm lost right now. They hadn't called me to the bubble and gave me the approval paper yet, because I had just got out of law. When that man said that, I was just like, oh shit, what am I finna do? Because I don't want him popping up to this prison. So I was just lying. When he said that he want to come see me, I told him I'd let him know what date to come, because my mama done be coming, and you can't have too many visitors at once. And if y'all don't come together, then you can't come in. And I don't want you to waste your time and your, gas to come all the way over here. He was just like, it seems like you don't want to see me. You just want my money. I really love you, and I enjoy speaking to you on the phone, but I'm just over the phone thing. I just want to talk to you in person, baby. And I'm just like, oh my God, no. Part 14 of Surviving Prison. So at this point, I'm just like, what am I going to do? Because I don't want this man coming up to this prison to see me. I don't want to see you at all. But I don't want to get rid of his money neither. Like, I want the funds to still be funding. You got me? So it kind of died down for a bit. He had asked me again, and I told him, like, hey, my mama and my sister's coming this weekend, but I'm going to let you know. Y'all, I was so happy because COVID came. At this point, you only can visit me on a kiosk. Like, you can't come up here. So it worked in my favor. Like, you can't come up here. You only can visit me on the kiosk. And I had a video visit with him on the kiosk. It seemed like every 2 days. But I didn't mind, because it was just like, okay, this video chat. FaceTime, actually. So I didn't care. So fast forward a little bit. My birthday coming up, and I was getting ready to turn 30. So a lot of people got together, and they threw me a dirty 30 birthday party. When I tell y'all, even the officers was in on it. It was like the cool officers that, that fuck with me. Because, they really didn't like me. But the officers that fuck with me, when I tell y'all, I ain't even gonna hold you. That was a really, really great birthday. I was sad because I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm turning 30 in here. And I was really sad. Child, they had made me a cake. They had food. They had a cooler full of drink, like Hunch Punch. Mind y'all, one of the girls that I was cool with, she ended up getting cool with an officer too, with a female officer. And the female officer was looking out for her. Them officers there was a trip. But yeah, she ended up bringing some liquor, and they made me a cooler full of Hunch Punch. Hunch Punch, food, cake. They made banners. Some of the girls had like made little outfits, so it was like a foam party. They went in the shower, had foam everywhere, had their little outfits, came out dancing. Like, that was a real party. I could not believe it. Like, I would never forget it. The party kind of paused during count time, because during my master roster count, everything must cease. Like, you got to be on your bunk. They don't play no talking. They don't play. Like, master roster is important. That's when you present your ID badge, say your DC number, and wait until it clear, because they want to make sure anybody escaped, nobody ain't in another dorm that they don't supposed to be in. So you got to say your last name and your DC number every time it's time for master roster count. So after master roster cleared, there was like 10, 15 or whatever, and of course somebody had to hate the people that didn't get invited, because of course I don't mess with everybody. So if you don't really mess with me and I don't mess with you, why would you even want to get an invite to the party? So it was a couple people that was salty because they didn't get an invite. But the food that was made that was left over, I did try to, say, hey, if anybody wants some food, y'all free to it. But y'all just wasn't invited to, like, the festivities, the games, the music, like, the cake and stuff like that. Child, it was somebody went up there to the bubble telling people, talking about, oh, they can't sleep, they about to write a grievance. Then officer was like, it's gonna be like 30 more minutes or whatever. The officer didn't want to get rolled up, even though she was trying to be like, hey, 30 more minutes, y'all, 30 more minutes. The girl kept saying, oh, I'm finna write a grievance, because she hated me so bad. So the party ended. But when I tell y'all, that was the best 30th birthday I could have asked for in a prison. Like, it was so sweet. So a month later, I was on a call out for work release. Like, oh my God, I was so excited. Like, I didn't go to work release within a month, but I was on a call out to go sign for work release. So you get to sign when you're like 19 months or so. 18, something like that. But I was able to sign for work release. So you get to choose 3 facilities that you want to go to. I'm from Jacksonville. So, of course, my first choice was Orlando, because that was the closest one to my house. I chose Orlando, Tampa, and then I think Miami. Miami was last because I didn't want to go too far. It wasn't one in Jacksonville, which I was so mad, because I'm just like, damn, like, they'll really be sweet if I be able to go to work release in Jacksonville. But they didn't have one. They got men, but not women. So, fast forward a little bit, they knocked on my bunk. I had already cleaned up my locker, because I don't know, something in my spirit kept saying, how you finna leave this week, you gonna leave this week. And so you don't really want to take nothing with you that you have in prison to work release, because mind you, you're going to the free world. So that's what we say, the free world. You going to the free world, you finna have all this stuff, leave it to somebody who might need it. So I left it to the other girl, Cierra, that got me kind of cased up with her mess. I left it to her, this girl named Faith, and a couple other people. When I tell you, when they knocked on my bunk to leave to go to work release, them girls got up, and baby, they was ready to bombard their locker, because they already knew, like, I had 2 lockers full of shit. But back to the sugar daddy, y'all. The sugar daddy ain't play. When it was time for me to go to work release, baby, he had everything ready. He had to get my phone, clothes, shoes, hygiene, like everything. He had everything. My mama ain't have to do nothing. My last year in prison, my mama didn't send me no money. I didn't want her to send me money. I was sending money home. So everything was good with the sugar daddy. So he thinking that, oh, you want to work release, so he really finna try to come see me. Now, mind y'all, he was from like Texas or something, somewhere in Texas. I can't remember exactly where, but he was from Texas. So I'm in Florida. He was ready to catch his flight, because he like, oh, which work release you going to? Mind you, everything is public records. When you in prison, whenever you move, whatever prison you go to, it's public records. So I didn't really want to lie, because I already knew he was going to look me up. So I had to end up going to Tampa, my second choice. I wanted to go to Orlando, but Orlando was actually getting shut down. So pissed. So I'm like, I'm going to Tampa or whatever. He was like, oh, when can you have visitation? I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I got to go to orientation. I got to get there first. I don't know when I will have visitation. So he was like, the first time you have visitation, please let me know. I'm going to be on the first flight or whatever. So I'm just like, yeah. But hey, did you do this? Do you do that? Did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Making sure he got all my shit in order. But that man said, hey, you don't got to worry about that. Your box has been ready. So all I need the address is to where I got to ship it to. I'm just like, address? Like, oh my God. Like, ugh. He just want to come see me. But anyways, he ended up shipping it. So when you get ready to go to work release, you have to go back through the reception center, FWRC. That's where I was at the first time when I first got sent to prison before I got to my regular camp. You have to go there for like a week before you go to your other camp. So when I get there, child, I'm just like, oh my God, because I hated that place. Like, that was the worst part of prison. But it wasn't that bad when I got back, because I already knew the ropes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the ropes when I first got there. So it was okay. When I tell you, when I got there, people was bombarding me like, hey, what you got for sale? You got soap? You got conditioner? You got shampoo? What you got? Like, I'm like, Hold it, selector. But no, I didn't have anything for sale because I had already done gave all my stuff away. And I didn't even know. I was so mad because had I known that I had to go back through that, I would have kept my stuff, or some of it at least, because I had to stay there for a week. So, child, I'm there for a week. Now, mind you, when you go to work release, your account freezes. Like, you can't spend none of your money. Y'all, I'm there. Got to eat this prison food. Ain't got no kind of, I got hygiene, but not enough where it's going to last me for a week. So, I'm over there barring stuff. Now, I got to get the girl number, her prison number, because I got to have the sugar daddy put some money on her account because I need stuff for this week. Of course, anything I said, he did, so it wasn't a problem. He did put like I think he put like $150 on her books. I gave the girl $50, and I got $100 worth of stuff. Couldn't even take the $100 worth of stuff with me, but I still did it because I just wanted it. Child, now I ain't gambled the whole prison sentence. I get over there and start gambling, playing spades. When I tell you, here you go, I'm like, I ain't fucking up my work release. Like, they ain't finna send me back to prison. The girl lose spades, child. And she ready to fight. I'm like, this a game. Like, it's a game, but I guess when you playing for money, they get serious. I ain't had no business gambling anyways, because why are you gambling, girl? You finna go to work release. Like, leave this prison shit alone. Oh, my God. Now she want to fight me. Child, when I tell y'all, she probably thought I was scary, but I ain't give a fuck if she thought I was scary or not, because I was not messing up my work release. I was not getting sent back to prison. I was like, baby, ain't that serious? Like, what you want? You can have this, you can have that. Like, what you want? Because, mind you, I'm not going back to prison. So I was just like, you can have it all, baby. I ain't trying to fight you. You got it. You got it. I was mad inside. I was boiling inside because, bitch, I'm not scary, but I'm going to be scared today because I'm not going back to prison.